Tune in as TV's best baseball analysts size up the season ahead on the MLB Tonight Prediction Special, Wednesday at 8 Eastern on MLB Network.
It is spring training games presented by John Deere. JD Martinez, now a member of this LA Dodgers team, going to provide some fun for this Dodgers team. Some off numbers for year-ago Boston Red Sox, perhaps rejuvenated. That guy, of course, Mike Kershaw always brings it. Future MVP, Hall of Famer, and obviously, guys, signed back on one more one-year deal. Who knows how many more starts we'll see from Mike Kershaw? And obviously, a formal welcome. I'm Adam Burke. It's good to have you with us. Opening games coming up on Thursday. It's always fun to dive into the three-way series, the Angels against the Dodgers. Here's a lot that LA will be trying out tonight against Mike Kershaw's Dodgers team. Taylor Ward's leading up to 359.
What's going on, Anthony? How are you? We're going to get started in just a second. We don't have a ton left over today, so we should be able to get started pretty quickly. It looks like we're going to have a Dodgers-Angels game on in the background today. So we have Jordan Walker officially on the Major League roster for the Cardinals. Curious to see what's going to happen with the middle infield for the Dodgers this season. All right, I'm going to give a couple more minutes. We have all of the leftover non-purchased auctions claimed. And then there were not many leftover people, but there was Jackson Holiday who hadn't been paid for yet. I'm hoping Vargas is up too. I'm sitting on one of his Sapphire Bowman First autos that's actually about to go over to SGC. So hoping he puts together a little bit of a season for that card's sake. So I'm going to give the Jackson Holiday spot another couple minutes to pay. If they don't get paid, if he doesn't get paid, then he went tonight for actually one of the cheapest amounts he's gone for recently, which is 170. So I would drop that down to 150 and make it available to the group. But I'm going to give him until 9:05 to get paid. Let's see. I'm assuming is Lansing AA or AAA or low A? High A. Of course, the only thing I didn't say. All right, we have two jumbos to choose from. Then I think we have two supers to choose from. Then I think we have one jumbo and one sapphire. So we'll be breaking those two while we're waiting. Brett, today is Bowman Draft Super, Jumbo, and Sapphire. All right, we have the top box, bottom box. Let me know in the chat which one we wanna rip tonight. Top. All right, top it is. Let me just grab the jumbo out of the wall in the back.
Payroll taxes will calculate themselves. Right? These were quick. Self-manage your payroll taxes. Cheers. With 100% accurate tax calculations guaranteed.
Not flossing well? Then add the whoa of Listerine to your routine. New science shows it gets in between teeth to destroy 5 times more plaque above the gum line than floss for a cleaner, healthier mouth. Listerine. Feel the whoa.
Spring training games presented by John Deere. Adam Burke here with you. The Angels and the Dodgers coming up. Freddie Freeman playing for Canada at the World Baseball Classic. Unfortunately, so Anthony back for Los Angeles and Mike Kershaw get the call for LA. I get to like the traveler
Let's see. All right, so we had a couple people say top. Hopefully that means good things for the top box. Oh, Volpe is getting called up out of spring training? I did not realize that. I know he was having an amazing spring. That's exciting. All right, we have our boxes for tonight. Let's double check. Looks like the Jackson Holiday spot has still not been claimed, or not claimed, but paid for. Let's see. Zach, what does tomorrow at 5 mean? I'd like to see Outman and is it Pages or Pages? I've heard it pronounced both ways. Let's see. The 21 draft box in the background. Tom will probably break it through the Facebook group, which is how we did the last one a couple weeks ago. So if you're not a member of the Facebook group, the link is here. The Yankees want that extra draft pick. I mean, it's not a bad play. Definitely a possibility. Who are the other MVP Rookie of the Year favorites in the American League? All right, let's see. Let me refresh this one more time. It's 9:06. He's had plenty of time, so all right. Yep. Jackson Holiday has still not been paid for. Gunner, right? Well, Gunner's had a pretty rough spring. What? Let's see. All right, so let's see. Jackson Holiday for 150 available to anybody who wants to claim him in the chat. Everybody has a shot at that. Do we want to go Sapphire or Jumbo first tonight? We'll save the Super Jumbo for the end like we've been doing recently. I don't know if anybody missed our Bowman Chrome break on Tuesday, but we pulled a Julio Rodriguez orange rookie auto redemption. So between that and 2 weeks ago pulling the Gilbert 1/5 red lava auto, hoping to keep that luck going tonight. Sapphire first. All right. All right, we're going to start it off with the Sapphire. Going to leave it open for now. If anybody's interested in picking up the holiday spot, still available for 150, but we're going to get started. Let's see, you put $50 on Volt. You put $50 on Volpe at plus 900, but you don't bet on sports only cards. What's Gunner's plus minus there? All right, everybody, good luck in the break tonight. 200 range, that seems reasonable. Somebody just messaged me that they can't get into the link. I don't know what to tell them. All right, Gunners plus 250. Bed's changing as we speak with Volpe. Did they literally just announce that Volpe was getting called up? Because I hadn't heard it until I just heard them say it on MLB TV. All right, everybody, good luck tonight. Let's get things started with the Sapphire. So we got him, we got Walker, we got Gunner up to start, we got Ezekiel Tovar. I would assume Vargas will be up to start. I saw Frelick had an amazing spring this spring. I don't know how long it's going to take before they consider bringing him up. I'm assuming Garrett Mitchell's going to start the season in the majors, and depending on his performance, they'll see what happens with Sal Frelick. Muncy, Melton, and Clark for you, Anthony. You've had those guys in the last few breaks, right? All right, starting off, we have an Alexis Hernandez. We have our first parallel in our first pack here. Jacob Marcy. The first parallel is a first, and it's Jacob Mizorowski, number 299, and Jackson Jobe behind that. Let's see, Jobe, Mizorowski, yellow Sapphire, number 299, number 75 of 99 for Mizorowski. Kind of a color match there with the way this yellow looks on this card with the Brewers logo. Let's see. I see we have a few more people in here. We just got underway. That was the first pack. Jackson Holiday has still not been paid for. He went for 170 tonight. I dropped that to 150 if anybody's interested in picking him up. But we are not going to hold things up for that. We're going to keep it moving. We're starting with a James Triantos in this pack, Austin Henrik, Carson Palmquist, and Jackson Cox, a couple of Rockies pitching prospects. Third rounder, Palmquist, and Jackson Cox, second rounder. So the Rockies went 1, 2, and 3 on pitchers. I hadn't realized that before. Let's see. Sneaky play for AL Rookie of the Year, Logan O'Hoppe. I just at the beginning of spring training sold 2 O'Hoppe BGS 910s. So he's definitely a guy that was on my radar. He hasn't had all that impressive a spring, but he should get an opportunity. All right, we have Alex Freeland, Ryan Reckley, Emmanuel Rodriguez, and Brady House. Jordan Beck was supplemental first round. Okay. Right. He's in this product too. That makes sense. Let's see. Emmanuel Rodriguez, Alex Freeland, and Ryan Reckley. What's the line on Logan O'Hoppe? Just saw that Riley Green had 4 home runs in the spring. And between that and moving the fences in, maybe that's a good sign for him. Saw Torque still didn't do much this spring. Let's see. CES or Ellie will be up in time for Rookie of the Year consideration. We have Trey Lipscomb starting this pack off, Ricardo Cabrera, Pete Hansen, and Cole Phillips. The holiday spot is still open, Brian. I dropped it down to 150 in the chat, and I'm gonna leave it there. If we have any takers at 150, that's already I believe the lowest our holiday spot's ever gone for. We have Cutter Coffee, Brandon Barrera, Alex DeJesus, and Gabriel Rincones. I don't know how Rincones ended up on Detroit, but I know he's also on Detroit now. Barrera and Coffee. If you pull a Sapphire, I'll take him. I'm gonna make the bold move and say I may have to up it back to 170 if we pull a Sapphire of him. And we have our green here. Let's actually leave the green for the last pack. There was a Troy Melton on top, though. So, Anthony, getting a Melton Sapphire to start things off. Let's see. If there's a holiday in here, you're in. Oh, let's see. And James, yep, the only spot left over. Not James, Chris. The only spot left over is Jackson Holiday, who actually, let me double check. I haven't checked that in a few minutes. Yeah, he has still not been paid for. Dropped it to 150 for you guys. Bounty is not bounty, but 170 if we pull a Sapphire. Tristan Vreeling, Samuel Zavala, and Cooper Zherpe. All right, got it. Chris grabbing the holiday spot. Let me just go back in eBay and cancel that order there. The 170 bid was made yesterday, which is usually not a good sign for people remembering to pay on time. So let's see, the Jackson Holiday bid or spot is canceled in eBay. Let's Brian making the big outbid there. Let's see if we can make the holiday happen now. Vreeling and Mouts. We did pull Chris the purple holiday auto a couple weeks ago. So let's see if we could do it again for you. Khalil Watson, Drew Baker, Andrew Pintar, and Christian Hernandez. Pintar, Hernandez, Drew Baker, and Khalil Watson. How do we like the Sapphire right now? This was the last Sapphire box that I had in inventory right now. I'm considering whether we want to break it again after this or switch to something else, like getting back into light boxes. Maybe I'll put a couple light boxes in place of the Sapphire. If you guys aren't liking it, or if we still like the Sapphire, I can keep it. All right, we have that Troy Melton there for Anthony. Thomas Harrington Green, number 31 of 50. So we got firsts on both of the parallels, both pitchers. Yerlin Confidant and Zach Neto. I knew we had seen one of these collations recently, and I remember it was either going to be an Elijah Green or a Zach Neto. And Neto comes out with the last card. Any word based on his spring training performance, whether he's going to be anywhere close to the majors this year? Harrington on the green. So not a bad start. Two first parallels, green and yellow, and the Neto blue. Not Neto blue, the Neto Sapphire. No light. Everybody's saying stick with Sapphire. Some guy, Jordan Welker, made it for the cards. I think he's Wes's cousin. We're actually hitting for you, Zach? I don't know. I should probably take my temperature after this. Let's see. The PayPal is hoticebreaks@gmail.com. I'll type it into the chat for you also. Maybe I could definitely consider breaking some 2020 as well. Speaking of Jordan Walker, see if we can pull one of his SP autos. I definitely want to continue messing around with a number of different years, and 2020 was the first product we ever ripped in a really nice class, despite the Torkelson struggles so far. I'm by no means a sell on Torkelson yet, though. Thank you, Chris. Just got the PayPal payment. Zach, how pumped are you about Miami going to the Final Four? That came out of nowhere. Did not see that coming. Was hoping you were going to play against my Zags, but we royally messed that one up yesterday. Got it, Chris. All right, we're going to skim through the papers like we have been doing recently. And we're going to do the same with these papers. And we're starting off with an Anthony Gutierrez Chrome. Peyton Paulette. Landon Sims. Heard Landon Sims was an absolute fireballer in college and kind of went underrated because he had Tommy John. So a guy that I'm looking at buying a little bit of now, Shalin Polanco, Jackson Cox, Sal Stewart, Marco Luciano, heir apparent, Jordan Beck refractor, and William Bergola refractor. Starts off the jumbo box. More pumped over FAU. I mean, the FAU thing is pretty cool too. Always love seeing a school that comes out of nowhere like that, Loyola style. We have an Alex McFarland, Jacob Mizorowski, Gabriel Rincones, Joshua Baez, Nate Furman. We had a speckle behind this one. It is Mikey Romero. Nice hit for the first round Boston draft pick. Furman. We have the blackjack of the Cubs, Eric Hernandez and Oscar Colas refractors. It's actually all Chrome cards will be sleeved up like always before everything gets shipped to you guys. But since Colas is another guy who probably has decent American League Rookie of the Year odds, we'll get that refractor sleeved up right off the bat. Nice hit for Mikey Romero. Off to a decent start today. Speckle coming out the right way is never a bad thing. Let's see. You have Elijah Green in this too tonight. Hopefully we see some nice stuff with the biggest names then. Still looking for our first paper parallel. We have a Tristan Vreeling, J.R. Ritchie, Brady House, Brooks Lee on the board for the first time, Connor Prelip, Zach Veen, Kevin Parada draft night, Thomas Harrington refractor, Andrew Pintar refractor. Second time both of them are on the board. Harrington getting the parallel in Sapphire, and now the refractor. Pintar getting a regular Sapphire, and now the refractor. And Brooks Lee, first time on the board. Who does everybody think's going to win the National League East? Do we think now that Diaz is out, the Mets don't have a shot? Let's see. FAU is 34-3. Don't care what conference you're in. If you're 34-3, you're good. Yeah. I mean, Conference USA isn't a bad conference either. So I feel like either way, you can't really knock their track record this season. I mean, it's not a power conference, but there are some good schools in there. There we go. We got a purple paper, first paper parallel, and it's Ivan Melendez. That's 223 of 250. Nice start on the paper parallels as well. Jacob Marcy, Yerlin Confidant, Kenya Huggins, Yanquiel Fernandez, Daniel Velasquez. Our first sky blue is a first, and it's Brandon Barrera. We are doing well with the parallels to start today. Blackjack of the Twins, Owen Murphy, and a Dylan Beavers refractor. Couple to top load from this one. Barrera sky blue, Melendez purple. I'm trying to think if this is the first break we've done since the end of the World Baseball Classic. I think it might be. Hoping everybody caught the last inning of the World Baseball Classic. Can't really ask for much more than a Trout versus Ohtani showdown to end the Classic. for baseball fans out there and for popularity of the game in general. There's Elijah for the first time in paper. We have a Jason Churio, Michael Hernandez, Josh Kasevich, Cole Young, Nate Savino. We have a Teal Lava coming up here. I haven't seen many Teal Lavas that aren't autos, but it would be interesting if this was an auto in a row that didn't have an auto in it already. Jonathan Mejia. The Teal Lava is not a first, so I guess it's not an auto. It's Brady House. Cool looking Brady House card there, number 53 of 199. Christopher Pacciola and Jackson Churio refractors. So out of the non-firsts, we have Colas and Churio on the board and refractors already. Cole Young and Josh Kasevich. And one more from this row, and then we'll see if our autos are going to be in row 3 or 4 in this box. Let's see. Trout has only had 24-3 swinging strike at bats in his career. That's wild. I didn't know that stat. And he gets one against Ohtani. Or I guess Ohtani gets him with one is the way to say that. I mean, that slider was impressive to end the classic. All right, we have a Hayden Dunhurst, Adam Mazur, Ellie De La Cruz, Trevor Martin. We have another Sky Blue coming up behind the Kobe Mayo. This one is not a first. Alan Serta, not who we wanted to see in Sky Blue there. Drew Gilbert, Heir Apparent, Errol Vera, and Jason Churio refractors. Ellie and Hayden Dunhurst. Let's see if we're going to see our first auto in this pack. My immediate reaction to that strikeout was that Shohei Ohtani probably made himself another $50 million there, which is only a good thing for the Mets because we're probably the only team that'll spend that extra $50 million. Jordan Sprinkle, Denzer Guzman, Yiddy Cappy, William Kempner, Robert Moore, Henry Davis, Brandon Barrera Draft Night, Jonathan Cannon, and Jordan Lawler refractors. Moore and Sprinkle. All right, so it looks like our autos are going to be in the last row. Let's see. The word in SoCal is that Art Moreno, or is it Art or Artie, will give Ohtani whatever he wants. I certainly hope that's not true for my own prospects as a Met fan. We have a Sky Blue paper of Jacob Melton, numbered 304 of 499. Jackson Jobe, Dalton Rushing, Pete Hansen. I mean, he kind of deserves whatever money he wants. Joe Lamp, Ben Joyce, Christian Vaccaro, Invicta, Brooks Lee, Heir Apparent. Double Neto hits already. Neto refractor and Victor Acosta refractor. Zach, I don't know what's going on. We got 2 Neto hits on the board for you. Still yet to see a Neto auto this year, though. Ben Joyce, Joe Lamp, Dalton Rushing, base, Jacob Melton, Sky Blue refractor and paper. And Christian Vaccaro, where did I put the big guys? There they are. At the same time, I hope we don't end up I kind of hope the Angels make a little bit of a push in the West this year so we don't have to trade for Ohtani and mortgage the entire farm. All right, we should have autos in our last 3 packs after this. Clark Elliott starts off this pack. Luis Mesa, Willie Vasquez, Kyle Manzardo, Roberto Campos, Hendry Mendez. No firsts after the Clark started. We have a Pirates Blackjack, refractors of Nate Furman and Josh Kasevich. Max Muncy, is that a home run? Yep, Max Muncy home run in the game in the background. Let's see, got rushing pages, Churio autos in person yesterday. Joe, I know you weren't getting a ton of autographs to start spring off, so those are 3 nice ones to pick up. I'm gonna have to try that after this, Zach. If I pull one more for you. All right, let's see these first autos. All right, starting things off, it looks like we may have an insert auto, actually. Let's see. All right, Pedro Pineda starts the pack off. Alexis Hernandez, James Wood, Henry Bolts, Steven Zobak, and oh, no, it's black, which is one of my favorites. I see a hand. Is this Ben Joyce? It is Ben Joyce's hand. Ben Joyce, the fireballer, Mr. 105, 6 of 75 on the black auto. Very nice hit. Dylan Beaver's heir apparent, Brenner Cox, and Leonardo Balcazar refractors. There is definitely a little bit of a cult following for Ben Joyce already, even though there's a chance he may end up as a closer. But anybody throwing 1-5 in the minors is definitely going to get some attention. And seeing his auto number to 75 is not a bad way to start this one. Let's see. I'm going to switch the Mizorowski out, get that Ben Joyce there. Let's see. Almost won Ben Joyce tonight. Let's see. Bid 10, and he went for 10. Ooh, actually, that's pretty cheap for what he's been going for recently. And Yeson Morabel gave you his broken bat and signed it for you 3 days ago. That's really cool. Let's see. Don't forget to talk about our 24-hour breakathon. Yeah, I need to see when we all need to see when what's it called? 2023 Bowman's official release date is going to be, but Topps did announce that the product is going to be launching on their website. Is that tomorrow that it releases, Brian? Or was it today and I missed it? Yeah, tomorrow. I haven't seen an official release date, but if anybody has, let us know. Wrong guy, right team. All right, we have one auto out. It was a black to 75. Let's see what other color we're going to have in this one. The second auto of the box is going to be, looks like a base, Ezekiel Tovar, Ryan Ritter, Sean McClain, Samuel Zavala, Samuel Munoz. We have a Jacob Marcy. Who was calling for Marcy before? Blackjack of Detroit, Matt McClain, and Emmanuel Rodriguez refractors. Jacob Marcy getting the second hit of the break. Second auto hit of the break, I should say. That's too big. Is that Zach again? Tom, congrats on the Joyce hit. Normal order from Topps takes like 2 weeks, so probably a month. Yeah, definitely possible. Let's see, 14 hours until official release time. Curious to see what they're going to release this at. It's a really good looking. The base cards are pretty good looking based on what I've seen. I don't know if anybody looked at the preview on Topps' website, but there's it looks like a magazine cover looking insert, which kind of, to me, seems like a ripoff of NBA Hoops Slam, which isn't the greatest insert ever. It did have a little bit of a following for a while, but I feel like it's an interesting move. We have a green paper here. Oh, wrong. Oriole. Cesar Prieto, 24 of 99. On the green paper, Drew Thorpe, Jonathan Claes. Claus. I think somebody said it was Claus last time. Max Muncy, Brandon Barrera. So we're going to get a black and a purple auto behind the Jay Allen. Let's see. Oh, nope. The Gabriel Rincones is not an auto. It's going to be a blue auto, true blue. And I see a bat. All right, behind Rincones, we have Trace Gonzalez is our blue auto. 149 of 150. Michael Hernandez and Nate Savino getting refractors. So a slow start for the holiday spot. Trace Gonzalez, blue auto. Let's see. Let me shift over some of these paper cards, then we'll put that Trace Gonzalez into the back. I think this might be the first Trace Gonzalez auto we've pulled. Rincones purple is 64 of 250. 93rd overall pick. Brandon Barrera base and Cesar Prieto green paper. All right, heading over to the Super. Check the chat. Let's see. It's time to go to church. The triple hits for you tonight. Neto Sapphire, Neto Refractor, and the Marcy Auto. You had the gut feeling worked for you today. Let's see. Nice choice, Auto Tom. Let's see. Kind of thought he was due as well. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if we've hit any Ben Joyce autos. We definitely haven't since I realized he throws 105 miles an hour. All right, 5 more autos to come out of the Super. Ooh, almost knocked the computer over. All right. Pack number 1 out of the Super. Number 2. Number 3. Pack number 4. And all 5 packs are out of the Super. I want to say most of the autos have been on the bottom packs recently, so we're going to test the theory and see if we pull an auto right away. Let's skim through the papers. That's going to be the auto in the back if it is the auto pack. I saw a blue border. I see a sky blue paper here, J.R. Ritchie. Number 310 of 499. We have a Brooks Lee heir apparent. Trevor Martin. Adam Mazur. Drew Thorpe. Big pitcher pack to start. Roberto Campos. Willie Vasquez. Jose Ramos. Jay Allen. Max Muncy. Nick Biddison. Shalin Polanco. Peyton Paulette. Carson Palmquist. Big pitcher pack. Yanquiel Fernandez. Christian Vaccaro. Cade Horton. Yendry Rojas. Trace Gonzalez getting back on the board after his blue auto with a refractor. Jacob Miller. Kyle Manzardo. Troy Melton. And a base auto of Mason Barnett. I think that's back-to-back breaks of where we pulled. No, maybe it was just a green paper of Mason Barnett last time. We pulled an auto of Barnett recently, though. Cade Horton, Nick Biddison, J.R. Ritchie with the sky blue paper. And refractors of Troy Melton, Jacob Miller, and Trace Gonzalez. Is there any pulse out of Nick Gonzalez recently? Let's see. Tom, one, Joyce, and Rocker, your first time bidding. It was a good night for sure. We had for Kamal Rocker last break too, so he's a guy that has been hot for us recently. We'll see if we can turn his break around tonight, since I don't think I remember saying his name once yet. Speaking of people whose name I haven't said, Termar Johnson paper in the back there. We have a blackjack of the White Sox, Ezekiel Tovar Chrome, Joe Lamp, Zach Veen, Brooks Lee, J.R. Ritchie, Samuel Munoz, Clark Elliott, Warming Bernabel, Lamar King Jr., Robert Hassel, Ryan Cermak, Marco Luciano, Jet Williams on the board for the first time in Chrome, Colton Cowser. Same with DeLauder on the board for the first time in Chrome, Roderick Arias, Parada on the board for the second time with a draft night, Eric Brown Jr. refractor, Sedan Rafaela, Jose Salas, and Cole Phillips refractor. So a lot to sleeve up from that one. Couple hits for some nice prospects with Williams and DeLauder getting on the board. Hopefully that's a good sign of things to come for guys whose names we haven't heard yet, like Tamar, Elijah, Holiday. Been a slow one for the big guys so far. All right, let's see. Gonzalez is a name you'd forgotten, but he's batting .394 this spring. It's about time. Should be on the Pirates. I mean, they kept progressing him, even though he wasn't playing well for his first couple seasons. So with the current state of the Pirates, who knows? Maybe he is a guy who could be up in the majors sometime later this year or next year if he keeps hitting like he's hitting so far in spring with almost a 400 batting average. He's a guy one of the first guys I did a little bit of investing in. So glad to see he's coming around a little bit. We have a blackjack of the Royals to start off the second pack. Averson Arteaga, Drew Baker, Jan Kenzie Noel, Austin Henrik, Jacob Melton, Mason Barnett, Cutter Coffee, Simon Juan, Kevin Parada in Chrome for the first time, Brandon Barrera, Luis Angel Acuna, I saw was also having a really big spring, Jimmy Crooks, the third, Alex DeJesus, Bryson Mouts, Blake Burkhalter, Harry Ford, Barrera Draft Night, refractors of Ritter, McLean, Zavala, and Thomas Harrington. Got both of the Mets prospects on the board in those last two packs. Now let's continue with early first rounders getting on the board. Let's see, Barrera base. Looks like I put those upside down. Barrera, Cutter Coffee, Jacob Melton. I saw Gavin Stone was also having a monster spring in a few outings. Super high K rate. I think I don't remember if it was a 0 ERA or just a really low ERA. Don't have any exposure to him in my collection right now. And I was tracking one of his refractor autos, and they were going for, I think, north of $120 raw already. So clearly the hype around Gavin Stone is real. His the fact that his cards are right about the same price as Bobby Miller's is definitely an interesting trend. We have a blackjack of the Brewers, Bryce Hubbard, Trey Sweeney, Michael Kennedy, Benny Montgomery, Alan Serta, Noah Schultz for the first time, Rain Doncone, Chandler Simpson, Victor Acosta, Jackson Churio, Leonardo Balcazar, Oscar Colas, Jordan Lawler, Dylan Beavers, William Bergola, Jack Brannigan. There's our first Jackson Holiday on the board. It's a draft night insert. Ignacio Alvarez refractor, Alexis Hernandez, Carson Williams, and Henry Bolt refractors. Nice hits for Alvarez and Bolt. Brannigan base, Beavers, Churio, Chandler Simpson, and Noah Schultz. Let's see, we have three non-auto packs open. Two more to open up before we get to our autos. We are on record pace tonight. I don't think we've ever finished a break before 10 o'clock. I don't think we're going to tonight either, but we may get close. Our Tuesday break this week is going to be hosted by Brian. He's running our Bowman Chrome break this week, having a little renovation here, so I won't be able to do it. And then I'm going to have to see about next Sunday. But Brian's also going to be running this week some Top Stadium Club Chrome, a couple half casers with the release of that product on Wednesday. I can't remember what else. Blackjack of the Nats. There's our first Elijah Green of any type of Chrome, at least. Matt McLean, Zach Neto again. Nice Neto night. Christopher Pacciola, Eric Hernandez, Brenner Cox, Jonathan Cannon, Owen Murphy, Juan Bincho, Samuel Zavala, Ryan Ritter, Ben Joyce, Hayden Dunhurst, Connor Prelip, Brady House, Tristan Vreeling, Luis Mesa, Jackson Churio and Victa, Brady House refractor, Brenner Cox, Connor Prelip, and Eric Hernandez refractors. Prelip and Brenner both getting refractors. Yeah, Raymond, I just got a message. Isn't he the guy who looks like his auto says Nick Frigo? Let's see, Meb. Brian rewatched the draft Chrome Mixer. Some nice Rocky hits for Meb in that one. Churio, Neto, Chrome. So we're working on that Neto Rainbow, Sapphire, Chrome, and base. Dunhurst, Joyce, Brenner Cox, and Pacciola. We have one more bottom pack before we go to our autos. The classic Nick Frigo auto. We have a blue, interestingly. I opened the bottom pack by mistake. So this is going to be an auto pack. The blue is a paper Pete Hansen, Number 38 of 150, Elijah Green, heir apparent. Alexis Hernandez, Dalton Rushing, Jonathan Mejia, Cole Young, Michael Hernandez, Nate Furman, Errol Vera, Thomas Harrington, Ignacio Alvarez, Dustin Harris, Chase Mydrith, Anthony Volpe, the now major leaguer, Eric Brown Jr., Wilman Diaz, Jace Young. We have a purple refractor, it looks like, of a white sock. Colson Montgomery purple. That one's numbered 159 of 250. Judd Fabian refractor. William Kempner refractor. Felix Valerio. Jonathan Cannon. And we have a gold, looks like a pitcher auto. Oh, is this Hughes? Gabriel Hughes gold. 23 of 50. Congrats, Gabriel Hughes spot. I don't remember saying Hughes' name until now, and that is a nice way to get on the board. Hughes gold auto for the 10th overall pick. Let's see. Let's switch the Harrington out. Let's move the Romero over, and we have gold and black autos tonight for some big-time pitching prospects. We also have a ton to sleeve up from this pack, so we'll do that. So we have a gold and a base so far out of this super box. So we'll see what our distribution is of color in the final 4 autos that we have to pull. We do still have one more non-auto pack. Eric Brown Jr. base, Volpe base, Chase Mydrith, Ignacio Alvarez, Nate Furman, Cole Young, Dalton Rushing, Jace Young, how good is Ohtani? Singling in the second base hole on the first pitch of his at-bat. Pete Hansen blue paper. Let's top load the Fabian. And the Colson Montgomery purple. All right. And final non-auto pack. Let's see. Go Zags is let's see. Inspired me into chasing Jordan Beck tonight. Forgot he's a redemption. I didn't know that he's a redemption either. Who had the Hughes spot? The Zag, like Brian said, Gabriel Hughes. We have a blackjack of the Guardians, Jackson Cox, Henry Davis, William Kempner, Denzer Guzman, Daniel Vasquez, Gabriel Rincones, Alex McFarland, Henry Bolt, Cesar Prieto, Felix Valerio, Judd Fabian, Carson Milbrandt, Robbie Snelling, Yordani De Los Santos, another Gabriel Hughes, this one base, Carson Williams, Zach Neto Draft Night, refractors of Robbie Snelling, Daniel Vasquez, Carson Milbrandt, and Denzer Guzman. Three packs left, 3 autos left. Just move over some of these paper cards so we can see that Trace Gonzalez blue auto in the background. See if we can get at least one more huge hit tonight. I'd say the Joyce and the Hughes, nice hits. See if we can get one of the big hitters out. Let's see. Looks like John Chu had the Hughes spot. All right, let's see what our third auto of the jumbo is. Just try not to show the back of that card because the auto is usually in the back. We have no color and paper there. Chase DeLauder, heir apparent. Rosman Verdugo. There's Elijah Green on the board for the first time in Chrome. Nick York. Landon Sims. Anthony Gutierrez. Alex Freeland. Kenya Huggins. Jacob Marcy. Nazir Mule. Jared McKenzie. Hunter Barco. Parker Messick. Walter Ford. Khalil Watson. Dylan Ray. James Triantos, back-to-back packs with Gabriel Hughes, base, gold auto, and now a refractor. Alex McFarland refractor. Yordani De Los Santos. Gabriel Rincones, and a base auto of Ryan Cermak. Haven't seen a Cermak auto in a little while. Thinking maybe the last time we saw a Cermak auto, it might have been when we pulled the black and white Ray Wave of him. Rincones. Put a bunch of cards in the wrong pile. All right, Rincones, McFarland, and Hughes refractors. Base of McKenzie, Marcy, Elijah Green for the first time tonight. And let's see. All right, auto number 4 in the Super. I cut this stack off early, so there's no way we show the back of the auto card. Still no color paper in this one. Drew Gilbert, heir apparent. Been a slow one for him after we've had a couple hot ones for him recently. Let's see. Holy Spirit activate. There we at least got Elijah Green and Chrome on the board. Let's try and increase that now. Looks like maybe a blue auto here, which may mean we have a 50-50 shot of getting a base auto in the last pack. Brian Acuna, Justin Boyd, Logan Tanner, Jason Dominguez, Mikey Romero, Marcelo Mayer, Sean McClain, Henry Williams, Curtis Mead, Angel Martinez, Eddie's Leonard, Kevin Alcantara, Cooper Zerpe, Danny DeAndrade, Termar on the board for the first time. We have a yellow lava. It's a first. Trevor Martin, number 6 of 75 for Martin. Jace Young getting a refractor. Refractor of Vera, Wilman Diaz, Nate Furman, and I see a bat on the blue auto. I don't know who it is yet. Chase DeLauder looking for a hit of the break, and I think we just found it. Blue auto of Chase DeLauder, number 19 of 150. I think that's the third DeLauder auto we've seen throughout our time breaking this product. Congrats to DeLauder spot. That one, I think, immediately moves up to the board to number 1 hit of the night tonight. Just in time for the New York City Sirens in the background. right, we got McLean, Romero, Logan Tanner, Justin Boyd, Nate Furman, Refractor. Termar Johnson will get a top load. Jace Young Refractor will get a top load, as will the Yellow Wave, Yellow Lava, Trevor Martin. And we have one pack and one more auto to pull. That Chase DeLauder was a nice way to just about wrap things up. Let's see. Congrats to the Chase DeLauder owner, and let's see what we have in the last pack here. Chris, my fingers are crossed for you, man. I see a speckle in this one. So we'll have at least 2 more hits in this one. We have a teal paper, Curtis Mead, 82 of 199, Cutter Coffee, Heir Apparent, Jordan Beck Chrome, Brian Reckley, Trey Lipscomb, Troy Melton, Jacob Miller, Cole Phillips, Sedan Rafaela, Michael Knorr, Kobe Mayo, Ellie De La Cruz, Jonathan Claus, Henry Mendez, Kyle Manzardo, Trace Gonzalez, Jose Salas. The speckle is going to be Carson Williams, couple of refractors in this one for non-first raise. We have a Hayden Dunhurst refractor. Looks like a base auto for our last one. Paciolo refractor, Ben Joyce refractor. Quad hits for Neto. What is going on, Zach? Neto refractor, and behind that, Jimmy Crooks getting the last auto. Jimmy 3-6 with the base auto to finish things off. Not a terrible way to finish between the Neto and the Crooks. 2 refractors, a Sapphire, and at least 1 base on the board for Zach Neto tonight. Definitely one of our bigger breaks for him. Not bad out of 3 boxes. All right, Ben Joyce, refractor, Paciolo, and Hayden Dunhurst. We are going to sleeve these up, and then we'll recap tonight's break. Like I mentioned on Tuesday, Brian's going to be breaking Bowman Chrome, and then Wednesday, Stadium Club. I don't remember off the top of my head if there was anything else in there. Brian, if I missed anything, feel free to mention it in the chat. We have the Trey Lipscomb, Jordan Beck, and Curtis Mead teal paper will be our last top load of the break. And then let's recap the hits from tonight. All of our top loaded cards. Starting off with that Curtis Mead teal paper. Carson Williams speckle. Zach Neto refractor. Jimmy Crooks base auto. Trevor Martin yellow lava to 75. Jace Young refractor. Termar Johnson and Elijah Green base. Base auto of Ryan Cermak. Colson Montgomery purple. Purple chrome. Judd Fabian refractor. Pete Hansen blue paper. Jace Young base. Thomas Harrington green sapphire. Zach Neto base. Henry Bolt refractor. Kevin Parada, Brooks Lee, Chase DeLauder, and Jet Williams base. J.R. Ritchie sky blue paper. Mason Barnett base auto. Cesar Prieto green paper. Gabriel Rincones purple chrome. Jacob Marcy base auto. Jacob Mizorowski yellow sapphire to 99. Jacob Melton numbered sky blue paper numbered to 499. Zach Neto refractor. Brady House teal lava. Ivan Melendez purple paper. Brandon Barrera sky blue chrome. Brooks Lee base. Then heading across the back, our blue auto, I'll take off the board first with the Trace Gonzalez blue to 149 of 150. Tuesday chrome, Wednesday top Stadium Club chrome. Yep, that's the ones I caught. Let's see. We have the next one off the board. I'm going to take the Zach Neto Sapphire. I guess I'm going to leave the three autos as my top three votes. Mikey Romero, Speckle. And then top three hits, Ben Joyce, black auto numbered 6 of 75. Gabriel Hughes, gold auto number 23 of 50. And definitely the hit of the break tonight, that Chase Stillwater blue auto number 19 of 150. Let me just check the chat. Let's see. Brett saying Crazy the Chase went for 375 in December and 217 this month, both on bids. He's definitely a guy to speculate on. I mean, he came from James Madison, so he never really played against D1 competition consistently. Well, not D1, but I guess major conference competition. So the fact that he absolutely went crazy in the College World Series or the college playoffs and during his regular season, it'll definitely be interesting to see how that converts over to his first year and full year in the minors. Let's see. It's been about a month since you've broken with us. Glad you did it tonight. Tom, always happy to have you. Glad we could get you the Joyce. Let's see. Raymond, thank you for joining. And Meb as well. Have a great week, everybody. I'll try and jump on during Brian's break on Tuesday just to see what's going on. But we'll be back live then with Brian, and Wednesday as well with the Stadium Club Chrome. Seeing some start to see. I think it might be one of the last releases, if not the last release of 2022 Topps rookie cards. So one of the last releases of J-Rod rookie autos. EL, thank you for joining as well. Hopefully we can hit better for you next time. All right, everybody, thank you for joining tonight, and have a good start to your week.